It's time to break down some football.
We got to get our mind right. Touchdown, win.
From the perspective of guys who played in the NFL.
Caught, touchdown!
And a guy who had one really great sack in high school.
Oh, you're so weak. You're a waste of my time.
Greg Camarillo and Marcus McNeil are the pros. And Skraby is the Joe.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Two pros and a Joe starts right now.
Marcus, please tell everyone what you just told us.
Confess. This is a confessions.
Bro,
this is a confessions episode right here.
I was this years old right now when I just found out that Christian McCaffrey's father was the one who played in the NFL in the early 2000s. Yes.
Ed McCaffrey, same name.
Ed McCaffrey. Yeah.
There's only been like 6 athletic white guys in the NFL since Ed McCaffrey.
Oh, like,
Wayne Corbett is one.
McCaffrey's just a strong name. I thought he was Irish or some shit. I didn't know.
How did you find this out? I'm always curious about how the bubble was burst.
We just talked about it.
You literally no. You literally
I just
said
said
it right now.
I was this years old.
Right now,
right
old.
now. You can time stamp.
Wow. That is amazing.
Welcome to the world, Marcus. Welcome to the world.
I'm so glad we captured that too, because that was amazing.
I never claimed to know it all. I just know
that's good.
It's true. It's true. And you know what? They don't really look alike. So I'm not gonna.
It's a sign of strength to be vulnerable, Marcus. We appreciate.
Good job. That's who we are here on Two Pros and a Joe. We're not afraid to get vulnerable, and we're not afraid to admit things that are very embarrassing, like everything that I've admitted on this podcast. But Marcus, this is going to be a tough one for you. You're going to start out with Christian McCaffrey finding out his dad's Ed McCaffrey. And I promised everyone that we would get to why you were late for the podcast tonight. And that would be a at least 25-minute bathroom visit. and we were going to send a search party.
I had to drop the Cleveland Browns off in the Super Bowl.
First and last time they've been in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I had to drop the kids off in the pool, man.
Did you have a post-game interview?
Yeah, what happened?
I just had the new brisket from Chipotle.
Oh my goodness, that is disgusting.
Yeah.
God,
you ever had a burrito bowl at 8:00?
Oh man, Skraves gets a win from his Niners. Marcus gets to cleanse his innards.
He also got
a good episode coming up.
He also got
gut
the new
health
brisket.
is important. Gut health is important.
It is. But I just wanted to let everybody know on the Diva meter scale. That's a good 8 out of 10 on the Diva meter.
It's high.
Is just
what? This is a fact of life. That's a
high
fact.
On a Diva meter.
Like,
all right. Here,
use the bathroom. I didn't go get a haircut. Look, I don't get a haircut tomorrow.
Let me ask you this: how much was actual work, and how much was sitting around and looking at your phone?
I actually have to sit. I'm a big guy. I have to sit there.
We all have to sit there.
I'm not a sprinter, if that makes sense.
You're a marathon pooper.
I'm a marathon.
He's a legs numb kind of guy.
Like, you know what I'm saying? My intestines are probably twice as long as yours. I have to wait for it to get through there.
That is true. All right.
Man.
We need to move off this subject. Two pros and a Joe, and we're going to be doing the Diva meter tonight. We're also going to be talking about some the fucks, and then I want to give a quick shout out to the different countries that have listened to us in our podcast. So I wanted to go over that. But we're going to start with the Diva meter, and the guy you heard, the voice that you heard earlier was Marcus McNeil. He was in the NFL playing left tackle for 6 seasons. Greg Camarillo, I don't know if you're up on my screen, but I'm going to stop pointing. He was in the NFL for 8 seasons with 4 different teams, and he got yelled at by Brett Favre. We found that out in the last episode. This is my favorite.
Also pantsed by Brett Favre, but that's a whole other story.
You said you bought pants from Brett Favre.
No. He got pants
by Brett Favre.
I was about to say, I've seen
my claim to fame
commercials. They look comfortable.
All right. We've learned a lot about each other tonight, and I really appreciate it. Diva meter. Now we're gonna get to.
Is that good? You like that one?
What is it?
Diva meter.
I love it. So we'll just start soft, and then we'll go. That's what she said, and then we'll go into. We'll start soft, and we'll go hard. Okay, guys.
Whoa, God, it's aggressive tonight.
DK Metcalf, he was ejected from his game yesterday. He had like 3 catches for 36 yards. DK has proven one thing to me this year, and it's that he is highly sensitive, and you could agitate him in 1 second. And then he kind of stayed on the sidelines and tried to re-enter the game, but I'm not sure that he was aware that he was actually ejected, because there was a lot of people wondering that. So no one's really holding that against DK. What they're holding against him is that he's fighting on the field with his team being down, and he's just causing problems, and he's kind of caused problems with Shan Sharp. Diva, go for it.
Diva meter high.
Wait, what was that? What was that?
That was the little meter like wiggling where it's going to end up.
All right.
And just for this, 2 things. One, you named spot on. 3 catches for 36 yards. You're not allowed to go diva if you're shy of 100 yards and at least 2 touchdowns. Like, don't come divaing at me with 3 catches, 36 yards. And the other sign is, if your hair color is different every week, you're high on the diva meter. DK is a diva.
Yeah, DK the diva.
Hands down. I give him a 9 out of 10 on the diva. You know what? I'll go ahead and it's 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why he's full diva. Because it was one point of the year they asked DJ Metcalf a question like, how are they playing you different this year? And the answer he gave was, they're talking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like, that they feel like they can get in your head, but you don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying?
You
like,
told everyone.
Yeah, like you don't care that, like, that everybody's coming to talk trash to you. Like, if this is me, I'm not DJ, this is me.
DK.
If people think that if people think that they're going to get in my head by talking trash to me, I will hit them with the Kawhi Leonard. I'm talking about, I'm just straight face, not saying anything, just coming out there busting your ass.
I love it.
Like, period. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, now let my actions speak. You feel me?
Yeah.
But instead, it's like, now every time pokes at you, you poke back. Let it be Shannon Sharp. Let it be somebody on the other team. Like, it just doesn't look good to me. You know what I'm saying? And I know he's still young and he still has some growing to do, but it just doesn't look good to me.
You know, it always reminds me of Dennis Rodman when you change your hair color, and that's not a good person to be compared to. But I mean, I like DK. I think that he is fun, but he's kind of straddling that line for me of being annoying, more so than fun, because like if he like you said, Greg, if he goes 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, and DK's mouthing off, then go for it. That's awesome. He just ruined you, and now he's going to talk a bunch of shit to you as well.
I don't think you can do that, though.
The Seahawks also suck.
What'd you say, Marcus?
I don't think you could do that. I don't think you could do that at wide receiver. Do you, Greg? Like, I've seen you too. I don't think that teams want receivers who talk shit. And who
no.
Like, I mean, you just think
the OBJ sweepstakes?
OBJ
evenness versus productivity these last 2 years is that's a bad ratio. I don't know where
have you ever seen the show How I Met Your Mother?
Yes.
It's the crazy to hot scale. If you're dating a girl, she's allowed to be this crazy if she's this hot, and so it's always on the scale. So we have a diva scale, I guess. You're allowed to be this diva-ish if you're this good.
Exactly.
But look at this list though. Dez Bryant, right? You have Mike Thomas down there in New Orleans,
he is a
right.
Diva.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, he's
like, and then you have like an OBJ, you know what I'm saying, who's like right now kind of teetering whether or not he could find a home. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think you can really be a diva regardless of how good you are, because all of these guys are, like we talked about before, generational talents. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could play.
You got to be good to be a diva. You can't. You got to be able to hit that solo if you're going to be a diva. But like prime Ocho Cinco was full diva and full talent.
Yeah, he was. He was. But DK, we all agree, being a major diva, making himself look bad. Last question about DK. Do you guys think, like, inside the Seahawks locker room, people are like kind of getting annoyed by the antics, or do you think they don't really care?
Somebody's annoyed.
That's a great question.
It depends on who it is too.
I'm annoyed.
It's depend on the person, because like when you said it, I was looking at the players, and when I went to Russell Wilson first, I was like, he's probably not annoyed. He probably doesn't even care. Like he's probably like, I'm gonna go out there and do what I have to do, you know what I'm saying, regardless of what DK's doing.
He's thinking about his next Mr.
Yeah,
Unlimited
but you think
slogan.
about an offensive lineman who's watching him do that shit, you know what I'm saying? They're probably like, man,
can I sneak a defuck in here before we get to defuck?
Go for it.
While we're talking about Russell Wilson, nerdy ass, this motherfucker said he rehabbed his finger 19 to 20 hours a day.
Wait, so he only slept 4 hours?
like Russ, if that was really the answer, Tom Brady would have been doing that. Like that, sleep, Russ. Like it's okay, nerd. Relax a little bit.
I didn't hear that, but that is absolutely amazing. Like,
the fuck are you talking about, Russ?
Maybe he had some like physical therapist he paid while he slept to rehab.
I'm sure he had someone he was sleeping with. Like if that was a proven fact, everyone would do it and get back early. Like Russ, chill, man.
He's a really good football player and he's a good dude, but he's a weird dude. He's a weird guy. Dude.
He's a weird guy, but that's all right.
Different. He's different. I mean,
everybody's weird. I'm super weird.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, thanks.
You're not that weird.
You haven't dealt with me enough. So all right. Yeah, I'm sure someone's getting annoyed, and Seahawks are basically they're like 1 foot out the door for the season with this 3-6 record, but I don't know. A lot can happen here the rest of the season. All right, now we're going to talk about Cam Newton and his what Marcus was saying in the last episode. So we have the audio. I'm going to play this. This is from Fox, and it's going to just play the touchdown, and then at the end, you're going to hear Cam Newton and what he yelled.
McCaffrey split out wide to the right. Newton takes the snap, and he is in for a Panthers touchdown.
So that was Cam screaming, "I'm back!" You can hear get loud. But okay, so that's his first touchdown. I will admit, as much of a hater that I am, I watched on the couch like, what's he going to do with this first play back? What's he going to do? And then he ran it in for a touchdown. And I was pretty impressed. Now, I personally don't care about the "I'm back" stuff. I wasn't thinking about you, Cam. I'm sorry. You may have thought I was thinking about you. The NFL moved on. Now that you're back, great. Love it. Just keep balling out. I don't care. Marcus, you absolutely love this.
I absolutely love it because he shouldn't have been at home in the first damn play.
I will agree with that.
Like he shouldn't have been at home. So for him to have to sit home this entire season, and he touched on how it felt to be at home when you know nothing else but playing football your entire life. That is no man's land right there. That is uncharted territory that he was in that he had to deal with. And I think he did a lot of soul searching. And you could tell from his post-game interview that he had to look deep within. So for him to get that shot and for him to give me 2 touches on 2 plays, I love that shit. I want to see you win, brother. I want to see you win.
But what about the ripping of the helmet? This team's been here. This team has gone through it all.
Do you see what they need? They need somebody to rip a helmet off.
I know they did love it. They did love it.
It was great, man. I love is seeing dudes capitalize on opportunity. Cam was finally given that opportunity, and literally the first fucking play scored a touchdown. Like that shit was great. Like that is what you want to see on football TV. You want to see dudes celebrating like that. You want to see success stories. And then I have to say, when I heard that audio being played right there, and they said Christian McCaffrey spread out wide, the first thing I think of, Ed's son, Ed McCaffrey.
Oh yeah, Ed McCaffrey.
Ed's son.
He taught his son how to block out of the backfield, and that is just a football man right there, football family. Well, so I mean, I guess I'm overreacting. I'm not a big fan of the look at me.
That's okay. It's football. Look at him.
Cam Newton scares people. Like he has his own voice. He says what he wants to say. Like the way he dresses, the way he acts is different than the cookie cutter thing that you're used to seeing.
You're right.
So like it rubs people wrong in a lot of ways because it comes off as cocky and arrogant instead of just being confident in who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind my players being confident. You know what I'm saying? I have a problem with you being arrogant, you know what I'm saying? Or thinking you're better than somebody else. But if you believe that you can come out and kick everybody's ass, guess what? I want you on my team.
I can get behind that. I can get behind that. And I don't think that Cam Newton's a bad person or anything like that. I think he got lost in the mix. And being a guy who's a career bench warmer in high school, who got one semi-decent sack.
Great sack.
I mean, it like that stuff really bothered me. Thank you. That stuff really bothered me as a teammate because I was busting my ass all week, but that's why I only made it through high school.
Graves, we got to the center of all your hatreds, Graves.
It's true. It's true.
Started on the bench in high school.
Yeah, it did. I was like, man, if you guys are going to take this serious, I'm not going to put my body on the line throughout the week in the practice squad. Okay.
Oh, I like where we're going to use that as a segue. Putting your body on the line. You know who didn't put his body on the line this week?
Oh, this is a great segue.
Oh,
Teddy Bridgewater.
Oh, that was the fuck.
Yes. Wait. Sorry. I jumped ahead. Cam Newton, Diva meter. That's what we were doing there. Marcus, you want a 10 on the Diva, or do you think he's more of a 4?
I'll give him a 4. You know.
Wow. No. Oh my God. He got a penalty for ripping his helmet off to show his face.
He did that shit for the town. He did that shit for the city. Did you hear what he told him at the end of the game?
Oh, I love
pounding.
I love all of it.
They're in Carolina sputtering. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about they need a new carburetor.
All right, we got to clarify everything. Diva meter. We got to clarify.
Diva meter.
There's nothing wrong with being a diva. Mariah Carey is a diva.
Yeah.
Like, as long as you back it up. So I'm gonna give Cam like a 7.5, but he backed it up, so it's fine. I'm cool with that.
I mean, now if you do this like all time best diva meter, then
like Dion, like who's
the we're gonna have to clarify.
Clarify. I thought so we had to clarify that because that would have moved DK down a little bit because I don't feel like what he did would have got a standing ovation. You know what I'm saying? But if Cam ripped off his helmet, that was like Mariah Carey hitting a high note, you know, on Christmas album.
So maybe the diva meter is like the tomato meter. It's like you either getting tomatoes or you getting the standing O.
Yeah.
Somewhere in between.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I like that.
We'll work on it.
We'll work on
that.
That.
Yeah, we'll work on that. But I do like the occasional diva meter segment. And I guess this isn't a diva meter. So we're gonna move on to the fuck.
Hold on. Before we move on to the fuck, let me finish off with Cam by saying this. And I will give the league a little bit of a pass because Cam Newton is one of those type of guys who, when you bring on your roster, you knew that you had to pay for him too. So therefore, I might not bring Cam in because I know, guess what? I got to pay Cam's price tag.
Yeah.
Compared to being able to just go elsewhere and try and find me somebody I might believe in or might have a chance. So maybe that's a little bit of the reason why it took so long for a team to get back. Because if you look at his contract when he came back, they didn't just give him some chump change. They didn't give him the $1 million.
No, but they give him. It was like
4.5 with a chance at 10.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So,
because he signed last year with the Patriots for $1 million.
For Cam peanuts.
Yeah, peanuts. Yeah. But he got 4.5 guaranteed for half a season. That's not bad.
Wow. No, it's not.
But that's good. That's a good way to close it out, Marcus. I like that you said that because now Cam is just an angel in all of our hearts once again. So
war down.
I think that's an Auburn thing. All right, Teddy Bridgewater. I'm gonna say, what the fuck were you thinking, Teddy Bridgewater? I got to get your guys' opinion on this because It's interesting, and I have video evidence. Melvin Gordon.
Yeah.
Here, let me set this situation up.
Teddy.
Are you guys okay?
Oh man,
Melvin Gordon fumbles with the Eagles up
Teddy.
7 at the end of the third quarter. Darius Slay Jr. He picks up the fumble. He starts returning it, and Teddy Bridgewater doesn't make an attempt to tackle him. Fans calling him out. I'm going to let you say what you think is going on here with it, because I think that you guys would, as former players, if I can get to it, I don't know why I can't get to it, but I'm trying to share my screen, and here it is. So you guys are former players. Here is what he did, and I'm gonna go see. He kind of lunges at him a little bit.
It looks so worse.
And then comes back. So one more time. We'll put this on our Twitter as well. So you can see
I wouldn't even call that a lunge.
Oh,
He looks at his feet. He acknowledges his presence as he runs by.
He does.
Oh,
so Teddy Bridgewater, what do you guys think about that? Just seeing it for the first time, Marcus. I mean, would you be pissed if that was what your quarterback the effort wise?
I got a famous quote from an old movie called The Players Club. And in there, I think they asked the girl, did you at least pinch the beach? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you even try? Like, could you put a pinky on the mother? Like, anything. Like, I didn't even need him to, like, full out even jump on him. Just throw a leg. Just get in the way. Just jump in the way. Like, he could have jumped in the way and fell.
Curl
and, like,
up.
tried to do one of the old school trick moves they do on the WWE. You know, people fall down and you fall over them. Like, he could have hit me with that, and I would have gave him more credit. But that's as bad as anything.
Now,
the
kicker for the Steelers gave a better effort when he got, like, knocked into next year by the Browns. Anyway,
yeah. I haven't really thought this one all the way through, but watching that video, I feel like he owes the team an apology.
All right,
I can't trust you.
Hold
on.
I cannot. Exhibit B. I have Teddy Bridgewater talking to the media today. I want to say before we go to that, Rex Ryan, of course, he's like the new shock jock of ESPN or whatever. He said, "I'd bench his ass. You're not Peyton Manning, dude. You got 2 gloves. Go tackle his ass." Which the 2 gloves comment's kind of funny, but that was Rex Ryan talking about Teddy Bridgewater. Now, here is, I got to share this with you guys again. Here is Teddy Bridgewater talking with the media today, and he owns up to it. So let's listen in.
Yeah, man, we watched it today as a team, and, Coach pointed it out, that, hey, my effort had to be better there. And I totally agree. That's not, the type of tape that I want to put out there, and it's one of those situations where you get pissed, after you watch it, because it's like, how much this game means to you, guys out there trying to make a play, and, it's like you feel like you got a little help running towards the sideline, you try to force a cutback, but in real time, it feels like, hey, everything's happening fast, let's force a cutback. But when you slow it down, it's like, man, just give more effort. So, you watch it and you walk away from it pissed.
So that was Teddy Bridgewater today talking with the media, and they asked him about it and everything. And here's what I say about this too. Remember, he had a really horrific leg injury that almost took his leg from him. Part of me thinks maybe he was thinking, man, I don't want my leg to break. I got a little bit of a freak out in my head for a second, but he owned up to the team. You guys would accept his apology, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm back. Thank you for playing it. I'm back on the Bridgewater bandwagon after that, because that made me realize he's probably never tackled a human being in the last 15 years. He doesn't even know what is required to tackle a human being. So own up to it. Let the coach get on you. Tell the people you need more effort. I'm cool with that. But they're only 1 game out of first place, and they need Teddy Bridgewater. So I accept that.
All right.
I take that too. Like, he didn't go make an excuse for it. He felt bad about it. So we'll give you a pass because you're a quarterback. You know, if you're
Don't let it happen again, though.
Yeah, if you're a defensive, like, you know, like when he started explaining that shit, I could see like what was going through your head. Like all of a sudden you go from offense, now you're on defense, you're playing free safety, and you ain't never made a tackle before. Like,
we don't think about it like that.
Yeah, you might end up looking like that shit on tape. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for all you kids going out to dream to play defense or linebacker or safety and stuff like that, you know, like, just stick your head in there next time. You know what I'm saying? It gets better. But if you haven't done it before, shit, what else can I say for you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I'm happy we talked about this and got you guys' opinion about that, because I thought Teddy Bridgewater, I thought he handled it excellently, and I was hoping I wasn't off base. And Teddy Bridgewater gets another chance in Two Pros and a Joe's book.
If he finds a way to keep Skraby from hating him, that's a solid apology.
I gotta say, I love it.
Like, that's what baffled me. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Hold on, Scrape. What? Like,
I like when guys are accountable for
did
their
you just
actions.
defuck Scrapes? Did Scrapes just make the defuck list?
And I never said I was a hater of Cam.
The one sack king, and you're going to tell me he couldn't have gave that effort, Scrape. Like, he couldn't have gave the effort that you gave on that perennial sack.
I don't know why I feel this way about Teddy Bridgewater, but I think he's a good dude, and I give him a pass.
It was his delivery. It was his delivery. It was
solid delivery. It was authentic. It was heartfelt. That was very authentic.
I like how he says in the beginning, he was like, yeah, we coach showed the whole team before. So I'm sure that who's the coach there?
Graves.
Vic Fangio.
I cannot describe the anxiety that you have knowing that you did a play like that.
Oh my God.
It's going to be watched by your entire team the next day.
Over and over.
Like, you don't sleep.
And over.
I would start sweating in meeting rooms, and they keep it shit cold in these meeting rooms because these fat, smelly motherfuckers
that is great.
Fuck, it's the worst feeling.
I do love that. I do love
that.
But
you know what's the worst though is when they give excuses about like, no, what happened? I really turned outside.
I thought the play was dead.
I thought it was, you know what I'm saying? And then that's when they really get to slowing it all the way.
You're like,
you said you saw what, Marcus? Like,
man,
you're breaking it down like the Zapruder film.
Yeah.
Well, all right, Teddy Bridgewater, don't do it again, bro, or else you're gonna be on my diva side, my diva meter. But I want to say this.
That was the least threatening "don't do it, bro" I think I've ever heard in my life.
Don't do it, bro.
Okay? I'm putting you on my
brother
meter.
Brother, you're gonna be on my meter, brother. All right, we're getting a little loopy here, and I love it. Our next fuck. I cannot wrap my mind around this. Donovan McNabb admitted this years and years and years ago.
Yeah, he did.
Steelers running back Najee Harris admitted this yesterday. Said he didn't know that there was overtime or a game could end in a tie. He didn't know that a game could end in a tie. And that's what happened between the Steelers and the Lions yesterday, 16-16. Number one, please don't admit that stuff. Don't admit. Like, are you not watching your own sport?
Let it out. Let it out.
Are you not watching your own sport, bro? And like the only thing I think of, is that he just didn't watch pro football. He just was focused on his college career, and he didn't watch pro football, which I mean, that could totally be it. I don't know what you guys think about this, but this is not.
Can I take you on a journey? Because when we brought this up as a topic, I had to do some research, because when Donovan McNabb admitted it in 2008, that is when I learned that there are ties in the NFL.
How did you not know?
So, all right, I did some research. You know, I like facts, so I got to go dig some research. So in 2008, Donovan McNabb said he had never knew a game could end in a tie. That was my 4th year in the NFL, and that is when I learned that a game could end in a tie. And I was thinking to myself, how is that possible? So, Scrapes, you're right. Partially is when you play college football on Saturday, you watch film on Sunday, and you might not watch that much NFL. But then I thought to myself, that can't just be the case. So I did some research, Scrapes. So I was born in 1982. I'm going to take this all the way back.
Man.
Born in 1982. So you
Greg has to justify his
I had to be at least 10 years old before I could really comprehend the rules in the NFL, right? So between when I turned 10 years old in 1992 and that game in 2008 where Donovan McNabb learned about a tie, there were only 3 other ties in those 16 years.
Okay.
2 in 97, 1 in 2002, and then again in 2008. So this shit doesn't happen. So it's
until they moved it to 10 minutes.
And then in 2012, they went with that modified one where if you score a touchdown first, you win. If you get a field goal, because it used to be all you had to do is go get a field goal and you're good.
Yeah.
And then they went from 15 minutes to 10 minutes. So ties are more common, and that is the history as to why I was an idiot.
I give you that. Because Greg, like, if you say it like that, I'm still in the dark. You know what I'm saying? I have a 1-0 mentality. You either win or you lose. So, like, you're never thinking about a tie. You know what I'm saying? And then coming out of college, like, I think they just had a college game a couple weeks ago that had 9 overtime.
Yeah, they did. That's
so
crazy.
Like, it's like we're battling to the death. You know what I'm
the end.
Yeah, it's like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, like
if my arms literally don't fall off,
exactly. You gonna be there to the next day. You know what I'm saying? Still line them up.
That's, I mean, Marcus, you knew, right, when you were in the NFL?
No.
Really?
No,
that's the best.
What the hell is happening?
I've never been like, who's in the tie game? Like, who the hell's in the tie game?
Don't talk about it, man. It's just so
like,
embarrassing.
How many,
you don't talk about
it. But honestly, Greg, like, how many tie games have you been in, Greg? 0.
None. I've never tied a football game.
I've been in 0 games before too. So like it's not like 2-minute offense or the 2-minute drill. Like, I know everything. Like, I know I need to get to the line quick. You know what I'm saying? I know Greg need to be getting his ass out of bounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Running in the middle of the field, attack the sidelines type shit. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to overtime,
we had a tie yesterday, and then we had a tie last year between the Bengals and the Eagles, and then a tie 2019, 2018.
So the rules have changed to make it more common.
Okay, I get that. I know I do get what you're saying, because I remember when the first game tied after years and years and years of it not tying. I thought that was pretty cool. But I still knew that there was a tied game.
I knew it was a tie game, but if you ask me how the rules work out for the tie game, like, I knew, like, shit, I think we get a try, they get a try, and then from there it's over. Like, that's
okay, well, as long as you knew that the game could end in a tie.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, I think I saw that one, maybe like you said 08 or something. Like,
Donovan McNabb.
Yeah, I remember that one. So I was like, oh shit, you can get tied. Okay.
Najee Harris.
Yeah,
Najee Harris. Good running back. Very good running back. Not up on the NFL rules. Not up on the NFL rules.
I'm okay with that.
All right. We have blown through all of our time, but the last thing I want to say is, what in the fuck is Chris Collinsworth thinking when he tweeted this out? He said, I have called 4 Super Bowls. This one will be my 5th. The Patriots have been in every one. Just saying. So he's saying basically the Patriots are his now pick to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, that is anointing a new king very early. Very early. I mean, they have to get through a lot to get to the Super Bowl, but that is a crazy tweet from Chris Collinsworth. And I have to ask, what in the fuck were you thinking when you hit that send button, bro?
Is it?
I think he's just pointing out the coincidence.
I think that he said, just say it.
I'm the only one that doesn't believe in the Patriots because I have a deep, deep, deep hatred.
Let me tell you why I want you to stop doing that, okay? Please, Greg. I want you to stop not believing in the Patriots, because Mac Jones is that one person that you look at and you don't believe in, and he always like overachieve. So
I can't wait to come back. I can't wait to come back in a couple weeks and say that the Patriots are fooling us, because Mac Jones' numbers are not that good. He had a great week. Mike White has had great weeks. The defense is amazing. I'm not impressed by. I shouldn't say that. It's impressive. I don't think they're going to continue.
With Drew Brees said, and I went to this San Diego Sports Association event this year, and Drew Brees was the speaker. And when he had to pick his favorite out of all the rookie quarterbacks, he said that he felt like Mac Jones was light years are way ahead of the rest of the crew when it came to being a real NFL caliber quarterback. So I'm telling you right now, Greg, he doesn't look like
who else?
He doesn't look like anything.
Trey Lance has barely played. Justin Fields was with the Bears, which
he's getting better. He's getting better.
But that's like if you took any quarterback and put him with the Patriots, there's just a better chance he's going to deliver because we know what they do. They build people, like they build quarterbacks and systems, and they're good at that shit. The fucking defense is amazing.
It's like adding cumin to a recipe, right? It's a spice that tastes like that tastes absolutely crazy as hell. But when you put it in the right dishes, this shit really brings it together.
What does human taste good?
That was an amazing analogy.
So like Tom Brady and Mac Jones are like cumin to me. They're not something that's
you said cumin. I thought you said human.
Cumin, the spice.
Wow.
The spice. Yeah.
Big Mac,
so they're like the cumin to me. Like it takes a special dish for them to really bring out the excellence of the flavor.
That shit was outstanding. I really felt you on that one. That was amazing.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you. It's almost Thanksgiving time. So
I was just sitting here thinking, man, are we really openly talking about cannibalism and no one cares? This is my kind of podcast. I love this.
Ratchet, man. This shit is rough.
Well, we'll see what happens with the AFC. I mean, the Chiefs are on their way back up. Teddy Bridgewater is going to start tackling, so maybe the Broncos will make their way back into the playoffs. Mike White could stop throwing interceptions, but there's a lot of teams that are going to be there. Browns, I don't think they're going to be one of them. Jarvis Landry Instagrammed with Odell, and he said, "See you in the Super Bowl," and then they lose 45-7. It's pretty hilarious. But all right, I wanted to shout out the different countries. Or did you guys have any? Sorry, I'm just blowing right through it. You guys good? Or do you have anything you want to bring up?
We're good.
All right, the countries that have downloaded our podcast, and so we have 5 countries that we've been listened or heard in, and obviously number 1, United States, but then we have Mexico, Germany, Australia, and Japan. And I think that is badass that we are international. And if you are from those countries and you are listening, please hit us up at 2 Pros and a Joe on Twitter or email us 2prosandajoe@gmail.com, because I want to shout you out and I want to hear what you like hearing about on the podcast coming from Australia and Japan.
Yeah. I also want to hear how to say "the fuck" in your language. That's what I want. That'll be on the next podcast.
How the hell are you going to decode that shit like in Japanese?
I'm thinking if they're listening to an English-speaking podcast, that they can speak English. So I think that they're okay.
Oh, so you think it maybe somebody in the Navy, Japan?
I don't know how. I would love to know how you found out about us too.
I'm going to take a shot in the dark, and I could be wrong. There is one man from Japan that is the biggest Dolphins fan who would come out there once a year to Miami.
Way to take credit for that. Greg goes 10 for 10 on the Diva meter.
Oh, yeah. Diva meter.
I'm going to put it out there. I think that's my what it be, but we'll have
hey guys,
you actually have fans in Japan,
and I went to Germany one time and I told them about the podcast.
Hey, watch it be true. I'm gonna find them. We'll find it out.
Just kidding. Yeah, hit us up. 2prosandajoe@gmail.com. Appreciate everyone for helping us grow this. Tell a friend, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'm talking to you, all Apple Podcast people. We see you. We just need you guys to rate us, and that's not me being mean. That's just me being begging, basically, for you to rate us. So remember, we're honest on this podcast. We're honest.
Hey, vulnerability. It's a strength.
But that's 2 Pros and a Joe, Marcus McNeil, Greg Camarillo, at Catch Camarillo on Twitter for Greg, at McNeil73 for Marcus on Instagram, at Marcus McNeil73 on Twitter, and at Matt Skraby for me. So
where'd I go?
I don't know, but Greg apparently is ready to go.
I love the magic.
I knocked my camera.
It says he's talking. Oh, he's back. He's back. Well, that's it for this week. We'll be back maybe Thanksgiving. We'll have to figure it out. We'll let you know.